explain the grape.
Okay, so for me, the Gamay, first of all, as a historic point of view, it's a cross between the Pinot Noir and the Gouais, which is an old variety, which is more. The Gouais was more productive, and the Pinot Noir was the smallest one. The idea was to make something more productive and also have to have more structure, which is one of the sometimes one of the weakness of the Pinot Noir. It's to be difficult to grow first of all, and to have a decent crop, so that was really the idea. And crossing grapes always been in use for in the winery for in France or wherever. And so there is not one Gamay, there is really hundreds of type of Gamay, and so it's always, here in the US we always talk about Gamay or Pinot Noir or Chardonnay, but in France it's kind of it's a big family of grape variety, which is the Gamay. And so if we go around our vineyards, I could show you at least 4, 5, or 6 different type of Gamay, and we know them really by heart where they are and which one will make the great wine, what's the weakness of that one. So we work them differently, which is so the one of the main thing is Gamay is the grape variety of the Beaujolais, which is granite, and in Burgundy it's been a long story with the Gamay because. For example, for the Mâconnais was planted, arrived in the 18th century, something like that. Before that was mainly Pinot Noir and some of the Chardonnay, or some old grape variety, which there is 100 in Burgundy. But the Gamay was banned of the Côte d'Or and the Côte de Nuit 400 years ago, because it was called disloyal to the Pinot Noir, because it was creating too much grape, and so the winemaker were pushing the production, and so I can't remember, the Duke said, all right, we ban the Gamay. I always say that he should have banned the bad winemaker instead of banning the Gamay, which is because Gamay can really produce some fantastic wine and keep extremely well. But if you have to push a Gamay to push a Pinot Noir to produce, you really have to restrain the Gamay to have a very good result. It's just a question of understanding the plant and growing the plant properly. And there is a massive difference in the Beaujolais and the Mâconnais. The Beaujolais is really on granite, so the soils are kind of poorer, and so it actually fits the Gamay for that reason. In the Mâconnais, we are the limestone. Everything is on limestone, and so you have clay. So it's kind of rich soil. So if you don't choose some very poor land, and actually you can have real trouble with the Gamay, or you really have to control it. So you have to be careful where you grow them. Then at the same time, Gamay, it's kind of the cousin of the Pinot Noir. So if you work it well with it, you will be very close to what Pinot Noir can be in the bottle.
So